bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring the heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring the heaters. I am my brother's keeper.
I'm bringing niggas together like the League of Nations. Walking across the world and I'm steady pacing. Bringing in the light and I'm steady racing. No longer incubating these corporate cases. Playing possum, still walking off. Walking the water saying fuck y'all. No longer finite but an absolute. No longer diminished when I speak the truth. I have more strength than the average bear. Putting fire in the booth when it's not fair. I have the power like the light source. Like speeds of light that just stay on course. My soul's bright enough just to burn a nigga. It's ether enough just to burn you niggas. I'm fucking our institutions of rhyme schemes. Fuck you and your skyscrapers, tall beams. Give me the mic, I'll show it how it's done. Let me speak this logic and still have fun. I'm just like quick when I settle beat. When you listen to this sound, it sounds complete. These are the attributes of real niggas. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, nigga.
Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring the heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring the heaters. I am my brother's keeper.
Sample my soul like you got a taste. Can't sample the blow, just cop the 8. Can't handle my flow, guess I'm dropping weights. Can't cancel me, bro, I'm non-stop and great. These deuces out sock puffin' and niggas out cock suckling. Filth cat, not that I'm not buckling. People hoping to be a meme, quote or two, tweet of the week or just post quotable. Silence you talking like I'm choking you with a rope or two. Y'all liars, we see it in your face like Pinocchio. All you rappers, I'm provoking you. Filth cat the best, there's no hope for you. NPC me, Fruity Loop, or repeat me. I'm a god you can't touch. You wonder like Stevie cause you can't see me. You hate what I am because you can't be me. Don't believe that I'm real, you need to see me bleeding. Don't want me to win, so you need me retreating. You reaching for reason like palm reading. I'm reaching for seasons cause a nigga eating. I'm a big shopper horse, see more feed me. We will forget you like Reeby. You know that one Jackson that you never see on TV.
Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring the heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring the heaters. I am my brother's keeper.
Well, welcome. My wasn't on for the first 5 minutes again. I'm gonna get better at that, but as you can see at the title, don't fight over the water like you did during COVID. No, you did not fight over water during COVID. You fought over toilet paper. Now, some of y'all be like, that didn't happen. Yes, it did. Okay. The first month and a half of COVID, there was people in a particular store and they were fighting over toilet paper. Okay. Hear me when I say this. I think that is very ridiculous that you would fight over toilet paper, um, something that you use to wipe your ass, and you have the nerve to fight over it, which I don't get. I really don't get that part. I really don't. But anyway, please pray for these 5 states before we get into the subject matter. Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. These are the states that have been hit pretty bad between the hurricane and heavy rains. Please pray that they have a smooth recovery. But we have another escalating problem in America, which, let me say, the ports that help bring in the fruits, the vegetables, the new cars, the new appliances from overseas. These workers work through COVID, sick, tired, not able to go home because certain containers had to be brought down so that emergency equipment such as nursing equipment, maybe heart transplants, lung transplants, whatever, especially the medical. I think at this moment that, for what I heard, that if it's medical, it's being air carried. So you ain't got to worry about that particular problem. But everything else, starting tonight at 12 a.m., which would officially kick off Tuesday. Excuse me. Officially kick off Tuesday morning. The ports will shut down because they will be on strike. And as far as the news knows, is they're trying to come up with a resolution for the workers, the union workers that are getting ready to go on strike. So far, so good. There has not been an agreement. And I remember watching a video last week of one of the port managers saying that this is not going to be done quickly because, as he explained, a lot of the workers worked during COVID. Many of them end up getting COVID. Some of them end up, if I'm correct, passing away. But for the most part, the ones that actually stayed on deck They barely had a chance to go home and barely getting any decent pay. Now, from my knowledge and from what I've researched, anybody that works on a port, oh, they making bank. They is making bank. Okay. What does that and what does that mean for the American consumer? What it means is that if you haven't prepared yourself for a drought, if you haven't prepared yourself for if America was to shut down again, my biggest thing is that you learn how to prepare. I don't care if you're poor. I don't care if you're rich. Because the way I look at it is anybody can get it. And when I mean anybody can get it, anything can happen to you at any given moment in life. And if you're not prepared for what life has in store for you, what the day-to-day has for you, it's not like you could tell the future, but you can prepare for the future. I advise you to go ahead and start your due diligence of stocking water, medical supplies, food rations, just in case you're not able to get to a grocery store because certain things is happening in the city that you don't feel safe about. Okay. It's essential that you start preparing for anything bad to come. As for me, I've prepared for myself, helped kids, made sure I went on Amazon and got certain kits to where I can survive. You know what I'm saying? To survive past anything that may be detrimental to the city. We are about a month. We are totally a month and 5 days away from the election. Yes, sorry, I'm tired. Please forgive me. We are a month and 5 days away from the election. Me personally, I don't really care about who you're going to vote for. My biggest thing is while you're making this decision, of who you're going to vote for, they always say you should vote for the lesser of the two evils. Well, I'm going to tell you some facts. Most people are going to vote for Kamala Harris because, quote unquote, she's black. And that is the only reason why that they're going to vote, especially black folks. Okay. And that is the only reason that they're going to vote for Kamala. Number two, I think more women are going to vote for Kamala only for the simple fact of women's rights. And let me say this. While we voting for certain things and this, that, and the other, let me tell you something. Every human being has the right to protect their humanity. Okay. And while they are, just now coming up with certain laws to help protect women, and trust me, ladies, you are very beautiful. I do believe you have a right for certain things in your life. I do believe your body is your body. I will say men don't have this problem, you know, but I will say this, you know, if you go and lay up with a man and you don't use protection, me personally, I don't think you have a right to kill life. That's just my personal thing. That's my personal belief. I don't think any man, woman, or child has a right to kill life. I don't believe that. I don't believe they have the right to kill life. Don't. I believe that when you have made a choice, now you got to deal with the consequences. And, I tell people all the time, it's easy to make a choice, but can you deal with the consequences after the fact? Because that's what we don't really think about in the operation of making a choice. Is can you really handle the responsibility of carrying a choice all the way to your grave? Real talk. I guess my biggest thing is that if you can freely have sex, you can freely accept the consequences of the effects of your choice. For me, I realized that a long time ago. Like, you have to be responsible of your choices 100% of the time. It is no one else's fault but your own. But you can, you can make your choice. Make your choice, because like for me, I can't make choices for other people. Now, a lot of people don't uh don't understand that Kamala I don't think she really have a plan. And the reason for that is because we're not really hearing anything about the economy. The economy is kind of rough. Prices are still up. Gas is down, but slightly. Just recently, I walked to the gas station to get me a few things, and gas is back to $3.19. It was $2.99. I mean, when you really look at the overall part, we already know a lot of people are not liking Donald Trump. But let me say this. And I hate telling truth to people that can't see the obvious. I hate speaking truth to the people that actually can see the obvious thing flowing. Number one, Donald Trump did a good job with the economy for his 4 years in office, especially with the tax cuts, Um, when it comes to investing, these are the same tax cuts that were pretty much in place, because you got to understand the tax code. Understanding the tax code of for millionaires and how they can finesse the tax code. That's what gets the common people. Common people are not rich. Okay. While people think that Donald Trump is the most broke individual in the world, he's not. He has said some things that are true. We've been laying in the bed with China for way too long. And now, at this point, China's economy is lagging. They're lagging because of the tariffs that have been placed by Donald Trump in the previous administration. A lot of American jobs and a lot of American companies have been going overseas, all because of the taxes that have rose since the trade agreements of, if I'm correct, 1992, and 4 years after that would be 95, 96. So from 1992 all the way to 1996, there have been implications of tax cuts and tax agreements when it came to companies going overseas. It was almost like a free trade agreement, to the point that we bought China goods and China was trading back and forth with us, all the way up to the point that Donald Trump said, we're giving China too much credit, and the only thing we're doing is making China more richer. And I can see that, because almost everything here in America pretty much is made in China. And even though China got some facilities in the Southern Americas, it's almost like, China really getting over us. And so, with the fact that Donald Trump believes that certain countries owe us money, such as China, they owe us money. But we are also in debt to China. Only thing you have to do is go look this shit up. Find this information for yourself, like I did. I don't know what it is about showing receipts to people, but I don't think that's needed for me to give you receipts. What's really needed and what's really need to be understood is that this is, number one, the most popular election of all time. This election even tops President Obama's election. Okay. And even though if you don't agree with the issues that I would spew out, you can clearly see from the time that I was about to say Joe Budden. Sorry, Joe Budden. My bad. That didn't mean to put you in that. Joe Biden. Okay, ever since Joe Biden has gotten into office, he was handed a very good economy. And all of a sudden, this economy that was so good comes down. Now, can't nobody deny that these last 4 years have been a shit show. You can't deny that. Every time you go to the grocery store within the last 4 years, okay, everything since year one of his administration has gone up. Even in the second year, even in the third year. Here it is, the fourth year, and we're finally getting a rate cut. And we got it. We got it. And now we looking at are we really beating inflation? That's the question. Are we really beating inflation? Because listen, all politicians have to do is to promise you something. By the time they get in office, they ain't got to give it to you. Talking about it's for the American people. They ain't got to give it to you. No. The elections, when it comes to elections between two political candidates, in this case, one is political, one is not. One is political, one is a businessman that understands how to run a corporation, right? America is built on the premises of a corporation. It is its own entity, okay? It is ran, they have ran America as a business, but fronted with political rhetoric. Let me say that. And then you have these millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires now pushing in certain things so certain people could get certain things pushed through and become law. What really sucks about what I just said is that everybody else has gotten something except for black folks. And it has been said through even Kamala Harris's mouth that she is not going to just do things for black folks, even though she deems herself to be a black woman. She ain't black. She's not black. Let me make that clear. Okay. She's part Indian. Okay. So that doesn't make her black. Okay. She wasn't born here in the States. Look that up. She wasn't born here in the States at all. Okay. I don't really trust her politics because as a prosecutor, she has prosecuted more black men and black women, and I would say preferably black men in the state of California than any other prosecutor that has probably ever lived. Okay? And I mean, giving them length a long time in a cell over probably even bullshit that could have been nothing but a misdemeanor. Okay. On the other hand, we have Donald Trump, a person that is not a politician. People, people have looked at him as, oh, he don't know how to run a business, but he's a millionaire. He's racist, but he's a billionaire. He's broke, but he's a billionaire. He just lies, but he's a billionaire. I've heard people say, oh, he don't know. He just be talking lies at the side of his mouth, blah, 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 blah. But he's a billionaire. He's not broke at all. Okay? It took me to go back to listen to the 2016 presidential debates, both of them. And I had to do my own fact checking when it came to Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton. Okay. When everybody thought Clinton was about to get in. Let me say this before I go any further. If Hillary Clinton would have got in, guess what? What they're planning now should have been there. You can beg to differ with me all you want. I'm not here to argue with you, and I won't get in the comments to argue with you either. Okay? Let's make that clear. Watching those two debates, I realized that while people were saying Donald Trump didn't know what he was talking about, he was actually telling the truth. Because you have to go do your own research of what he was saying. This is why the people of Haiti don't like the Clintons. Okay? They did Haiti wrong, especially after the 7.2 earthquake in Haiti. Go look this shit up for yourself. When a lot of people said that Donald Trump wasn't going to get elected, it just seemed like that was almost true until all of a sudden they came back from a commercial break and Donald Trump all the way to the top. Look, here's somebody asking me, okay, so what you trying to say, Danny? What you trying to say, Uncle Deuce? Donald Trump might get elected again? You right. You right. He just might get elected again. Am I on Trump's side? I'm only on Trump's side because how he actually put the economy back together. 4 years of good wealth. Name me a millionaire during that time. Because there were a lot of millionaires during that time. People say that he's racist. I don't see how. I don't. Just because you see these white conservative Proud Boy type people ready to vote for Trump, and these racist groups voting for Trump, they're voting for Trump for certain reasons. Okay. reasons of their own belief. Understand, just because Donald Trump is white doesn't mean he is a full-blown racist. Because how can you be a full-blown racist and still help black people? And trust me, he has helped black people. He actually gave HBCU, historical black colleges, money that I remember, and that is factual. You know, he's even give a few black people some jobs, even in his administration of the time. Look that up. You say Donald Trump don't know nothing. How does a billionaire not know nothing? Real talk. How does a billionaire not know nothing? Ask yourself that question. How does a billionaire know nothing? And the last time I checked, every billionaire I've ever read about, watched, listened to, they know something. They know something that your po ass don't. Okay? They say Donald Trump is evil. How? I don't see it. What I see is a businessman at work, a businessman that probably has read The Art of War, and one other book that deals with power. Oh, the 48 Laws of Power. And he's applied what he's read to politics and said, I'm not going to be the usual politician. I know about the history. I've read the history. I know the tax code. That he remind me of Ross Perot. He do. He remind me of Ross Perot because he was in the business of helping businesses grow. But Ross Perot didn't get elected because he wasn't a traditional political opponent. Same as Donald Trump. He's not the usual political opponent. He's not. He's a businessman. And people can say all they want. He's a con artist. Now, mind you, with me saying this, I'm not going to vote. You know why? Because if I'm going to vote, I want the popularity vote to be recognized. The popularity vote is for the people. The electoral college is for the states and the governors and this, that, and the other. Look that shit up. People were mad back in 2016 that the popularity vote ruled that Senator Clinton was the winner. No. They had to go by the electoral college. Now, last election between Joe Biden and Donald Trump where he did not concede power, didn't accept the fate of the election. Let me take a drink before I say this. They have always had a smooth transfer of power, right? And that is true. But a lot of people are afraid that he will not concede, and all these lies of, the election is rigged and this, that, and the other, and it probably is. You never know. But this time, I don't think it's going to be what the American people want either way. Okay. With me all saying this, because we're 43 minutes in, I really believe that there is a drought coming. And this drought is going to deal with the food shortage and water shortage. And if we're not careful, and if we're not paying attention, we're going to watch an election go bad. And everybody and their mama and their kids are going to go berserk for no damn reason. All because you can't see for yourself as an American individual. I don't give a fuck about you being black. I don't give a fuck about you being white. I don't give a fuck about you being Chinese, German, Italian, Poland, Canadian, Mexican, whatever can. Okay? Well, over there just revving a fucking motor, need to shut that shit down. But anyway, it's a room. That's all they doing. If we're not careful as the American people, because of our choices and because we feel we have a right to vote, they say it's our constitutional right to vote. There's nowhere in the Constitution says you got the right to vote. And you could go look that up. Okay, there's no law saying you got to vote. No. That's some silly ass motherfuckers say you should go vote because it's your right. It's your constitutional right. It's not law that you have to vote. A lot of people say if you don't vote, then you ain't got no right to say anything. What's going on? Nah. People that don't vote, they smart because they have a conscience. They ain't looking at it as the betterment of the whole nation. They're looking at it as the betterment of, number one, themselves and their family members and their kids. They smart. Like the ancestors really gave them some sense. Said, don't just give your vote to anybody. Because from what it looks like, on either end, why would you vote for either candidate? Think about it. And can the candidates handle what we got going on right now, the strike? 3 parts. You ain't gonna get nothing in and you ain't gonna get nothing out. once these workers go on strike, and if you are not careful, before and after the election, if you're not careful, this nation will go up into high alert. Okay? This nation will go into high alert. And guess what? Everything's going to change, but everything will change for the worse. All because American people have so much pride to, number one, not do their own research for real. Number two, pick someone that they know is not suitable. And number three, not ready to accept the consequences of your own vote. Okay? Now, when I say this in this title, don't fight over the water like you did during COVID. Don't fight over the water like you fought over the toilet paper during COVID. If these ports are shut down more than 4 weeks, Houston, we gonna have a problem. And you have to come to grips that, okay, yeah, we gonna have a problem. Okay? If I didn't actually bring this out, you'd probably be mad at me for not saying anything about it. But that's okay, because you have to look at this for what it is. Is America ready for a woman president? Real talk. Is America ready for another 4 years of Trump? And if they are, they're only ready for it because the economy will be much better. Because we don't know what it's going to be like for a woman president to stabilize everything. And I'm going to just give you a perfect example. A lot of these women out here, they're not stable enough. Okay? And I'm just telling you the truth. You see these ads, I'm telling you the truth. So, before you place your vote on this ballot, I really want you to sit down and pray about who you about to vote for. Because if not, yeah, you're going to be fighting over the water. Just like you fought over that toilet paper. All right? Well, that's basically what I wanted to talk about. And I'm going to keep America in my prayers. I'm going to keep y'all in my prayers. Now, just because I said what I said don't mean you get in the comments, start talking shit to me, talking about, Uncle Deuce, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. It ain't about what I'm talking about. It's about what you thinking. Because technically, either way it go, you ain't listening. I love y'all. So, with that being said, no, we ain't gonna even play that. With that being said, I want y'all to be prayed up. Ask God to help you make some good choices in your life. And then we'll go from there. Until next time, I want y'all to keep it real. I want y'all to keep it real. Until the next time, until the next episode of Bite the Nickel Radio, the frequency. I'm your host, Uncle Deuce. Deuces.
Wait. Welcome back to the belly of the beast. Where them young niggas wildin', they do anything they eat. High speed chase, evading the police. Don't want to get caught with that pack, so they hopping out on feet. Running, if they had stayed about them streets, young niggas would've turned out to be some pretty good athletes. A scholar, an author, a doctor, a lawyer. Instead, they just another nigga who be ballin'. And that's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. And that's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. I'm fed up, I can't take it no more. I'm about to spaz, I get high to try to balance the load. But I crash, trust issues solely based off experiences I done had. Think about it, make me wanna shed tears, but I just laugh, moving on. Giving no thought to the past while meditating. Only thing on my mind, secure the bag. Won't see me effed up in the game. Doing bad, plotting on me while they smile in my face. I'm fully aware. My mama say you can be what you won't be. You don't care, just be successful. Be great at what you do. And beware, cause the devil's out here prowling. Do anything to get you, smallest thing to bring your trust in the question. I got a ditch with open cases. They get thrown out of court when it ain't no witness. Done a lot of things that they ain't proud of. Lord forgive me, heard them say they got some bread on my head. Come and get it. I'ma let you niggas know in advance. I'm coming with it. And that's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. And that's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. Get me. Get me. I never learned I was a bad child. Repeat offender with the charges like a bad child. Growing up dead broke, clothes just passed down. Times change, I get what I want. I got bands now. Misled and misdirected, running bad routes. Acquire blessings from my lessons, I got plans now. Heard some niggas talking about me, what they saying now? Take this advice, you love your life, you better stand down. 187 over scanners, man down. Look me in my eyes when you talking, keep your hands down. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. I'm a vet and not a rookie. Made my way to the top. Man, it's hard to overlook me. Never underestimate a man. That's how them niggas cook it. 27 years breathing, never seen them niggas shook me. Cause I feel none but the most high. Get on and think you can't get touched. That's how most die. That's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. And that's just the life and day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. Get me. Get me. About this hellhole. Get me.